How you all doing? Levi Member Solutions over here for the breakfast live stream. Let's make some tea. I've got some rice. Here in a few minutes. Personally, I'm not doing pancakes today. Kiddo is still sick.
Yesterday?
No.
What did you have yesterday?
Didn't really have breakfast at all, kiddo. I just kind of left off for the day. I ate food, I just didn't have breakfast. And more of a brunch. Gotta get the water. Good morning, Bay. Oh, what are you having this morning? Well, I'm making some rice. And we'll have some eggs. I've got some fresh veggies. Kiddo can't have a whole lot, so they're going to have probably a little bit of rice and egg. And that's probably about it. This kiddo's going to school. The other kiddo stayed home today. Hopefully, after going to the doctor later, they'll be able to go to school. But yeah, we'll make some more sausages. Let's toast up some bread. I'm going to get that set and ready. Have some buttered toast. Some better toast. I can't hear your mother. I love you. What's up? All your clothes have been washed and dried. Okay, now you can talk to me. What's up?
I didn't smoke again for the guys. That's cold. Cold's calling me. I was like a baby. I think I'm sticking out of the house.
I don't really want to share that story in the morning. I mean, it's funny now, yeah, but like, really wasn't back then.
Hudson doesn't believe me.
Who?
Hudson?
How about you not sharing the story, like, at all? It's more of a private story that we keep to ourselves. It's a funny story now, but like, it's still more of a like family story only.
There's something about ourselves. I can't think of anything else really.
You have plenty of things you could have shared that weren't you getting out of the house when you were like 2 or 3, running down to come after me, and me not knowing you were out. Or the thing he did. Plan this morning is we're making rice so the kid can have something. The kiddo can have something to eat that's easy on their stomach.
Oh.
I'm having some rice with them. I'm gonna make up some eggs. I'm gonna make up 2 different types of eggs, mind you. What do you need?
I gotta make some soda.
No.
Oh. I'm gonna go eat it.
I'm gonna clean the box. What you doing, buddy? You gotta go over there and get ready to head out. I have to start going live late. If I have to wait till you leave to go live, I will.
Hey, someone said, kiddo, don't share.
Not fried rice.
No,
Just regular
kiddo,
rice.
don't share your pop.
Doesn't want you to share. Yeah, pretty much. Got lots of coffee this morning.
No. Never. No.
Let the toast cool down a little bit. Then, while that's cooling down, we're going to cut up some vegetables. I got extra rice here that'll be cooked after we get done eating breakfast, and I put the first batch of rice away. All of this was washed at once, so it's just sitting there soaking in some fresh water. Never ever put the old milk rotation. Old milk goes in front. Goodness. Veggies and some deli meat from last night. We're going to use the veggies and deli meat that were left over. I'll fry up some of the deli meat, cut up some of the deli meat and fry it. I'm going to cut up the vegetables and I'll saute some of them, keep some of them fresh. Like I got cucumber here. Yes, buddy, come here. You're not going to touch anything. You're not going to mess with the tablet. You didn't plug the tablet in. I had to plug it in. No, not unless you earn it.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. Try to do well at school, kiddo. Get those grades up. Deal is school, home is home. So they do good at school, they get rewarded for it. They do bad at school, then they have to make up for it. But let's say they did good at school and they earned a reward. That reward doesn't get taken away. However, if they get grounded, they can't use said reward while they're grounded. There's some crossover, but for the most part, they don't lose. Like let's say they earn and they want to use, they get an A, and they want to use that A to get 3 hours of game time. They don't lose that 3 hours of game time. They just don't get to claim it if they're grounded or while they're grounded. Cut up deli meat. Cucumber slices. Finish off this cucumber. Eat that pepper raw. And these peppers, I will saute it up. I'm not going to saute it up with an onion. Not really much point. I would have to. No, wait. I might actually have. Not have onion. Plenty of leftover pastas and whatnot, though, so kiddo's going to have plenty to eat today. That is easy on their stomach. Probably make them some nice plain mac and cheese later if they fill up to it. Or make some chicken noodle with leftover noodles. Levi, good news. My kiddo slept most of the night instead of coughing. That is definitely good news. That is excellent news. My kiddo just can't stop throwing up. They'll be okay for a while, then they'll throw up. And then they'll be okay, and then they'll throw up randomly. There we go. Geometry, math, credit. No, why he's not doing good at English is beyond. My kid's just failing across the board. Trying to. He doesn't want to work at home. But if he doesn't start improving, he will start losing stuff at home. Because it'll be like, hey, did you do your homework? Did you study? You didn't do that? Well, then this is where school and home life intersect. You don't get to do your home stuff. You're not grounded, but you also don't get to do the shit that you want to do until this is done. There has to be some crossover. I just generally try to keep it towards the, only if I have to. I wonder if the lactose intolerance is one of the reasons why I do not like milk in my tea. Or the fact that if the tea is too hot, it just curdles the milk. And so it's just curdled milk tea. Mm-hmm. Raven, come here, please. I'm going to make you some eggs, but they pretty much have to be scrambled. You okay with that? Every time we get down to about 6 eggs is when I go and buy more. The benefit of just going ahead and having scrambled eggs, I mean, screw it, I'll just have scrambled with them. I can just put it all in a bowl. Oh, an apple. That egg-tastic. We're going to set my pan to a low when it thaws up. And grab this pre-cooked sausage that my kiddo can't eat. That's going to suck for them because they actually like breakfast sausages. Not too much, but enough that they eat it every time it's available. It's going to be salt and pepper, no garlic today. Do I have pickled ginger? That'd be good for them. No, right. The pickled ginger would bad. I had to throw it away. I have pickled garlic, but no pickled ginger because I needed to go and buy a small thing of pickled ginger. Slight change of plans. Hot chocolate instead of tea. Oh, that would have been nice. Should have done that. Oh, especially because I have what? Fuck that. I have hot chocolate now. God damn it. Made me change my plans. I gotta wait for the tea to brew anyway. There. That's it. Get that big stuff in there. I'm making hot cocoa. Hello? Raven, that you making that noise? Is that a cat? Oh, it's a cat. Jump on the cat tree, and apparently they didn't quite get it, so they made the cat tree go. Yeah, it sounded like knocking or something. Do I make my own hot cocoa from scratch? If you mean do I go and buy the cocoa beans, roast them, and all that? No. If you mean, do I sometimes make hot cocoa? I make hot cocoa. Do I sometimes make hot cocoa? I make hot cocoa. Do I sometimes go and buy really expensive chocolate bars? No. They never last long enough to get turned into hot chocolate. Not for lack of me trying, though. This is for hot cocoa. Where'd the chocolate bar go for hot cocoa? I ate it. Fuck. I wanted some really fancy hot cocoa. I'm sorry. And if I say any of that, if I go and say that, I make people feel bad, so I don't say that anymore. So consequently, I also don't buy chocolate bars for hot cocoa unless I tell no one, and I stick it in here. I go, that's my chocolate bar to eat, and then like 50% chance it'll get turned into hot cocoa. The other 50% is divided in half as well, because there's a 25% chance somebody's going to steal it, and 25% chance I'm going to say, fuck it, I'll just eat it. I want to say usually I just eat it, or somebody steals it though. Right. Now I can make my own powdered hot cocoa. That's where your powdering comes in handy. Yeah, I've made my own. It's really simple too. It's just dehydrated milk and cacao powder. 100%. Your choice of dark or whatever. Aldi's is really good, and it's like a 1-to-1 ratio of that, and then a little bit of sugar, and that's it. There's a better ratio out there, but for me, I really like the 1-to-1. Makes a really nice, rich cocoa. What is it here? Right. Yeah, I got peppermint. That's got an egg. And we'll cross it. Huh? There's somebody out the door? What is going on today? Oh, buddy, that is a lot of just. Why did he put a carpet cleaner over there? He's got an area that's effectively right in front of the TV, like we all kind of did at that age. And it's just nasty. And I'm going to have to clean it later. Not going to change it now. It's already all dry. Not going to get better. It's not going to get worse. At the moment. It'll only get worse if I don't clean it up. My hot chocolate is the other brand, but I'm going to try the Mexican hot chocolate. It's good. I like it. Because those teachers taught, personal favorite is 45% tart. Levi, did I tell you? I can't read that yet. Mr. White, I'll be able to read your comment in a minute. Whipped topping. You guys can't see that. Whipped topping. But hot cocoa is only filled up to here. Oh! I should have let that cool down a little bit. Make it frothy. No, you did not tell me how your pickled broccoli turned out. How did pickled broccoli turn out? Are you going to release a villain support mug? We already have them. Go to the villainsupport.com. It's in the merch shop. But if you mean one that looks like this, there isn't one that looks like this. It's 100% because this is a Fan X, and then it just has a bunch of stickers on it. I can't really make that one unless Wild Bill Soda rings me up. I can't make one. It's like that. If there ever comes a day where we're popular enough that Wild Bill sponsored us, trust me, the energy I have in that video will be unlike any other video I've ever done. You will see me enter that video flying. I will be so ecstatic. Dragon, I'm sorry. I really don't. Have me pick a number instead. I don't feel like rolling stuff right now. Roll persuasion. That's what you were doing. Okay. Sorry. Put this up. Here. Okay. Toast that for a little bit longer. Now, normally, I would cook my eggs with all my other stuff. Kiddo's sick though and needs to have mostly plain food. So while I'm not concerned about the grease, they can't have the other stuff. He was also the only AP history teacher in the charter school. My autism helped me figure out how to do many things normal people would struggle with, like figuring out how to build a functional train character in real life. You might have to explain that one. Our rice has about 21 minutes left, as long as it's correct. Well, that's the good thing. No dairy to fluff it up today. I don't have an area I can realistically set you on. Oh, wait. You guys can stay there. We were talking about my kids' school difficulties right now. I'm working on puzzles. Oh, hey, here's a really cool one. There's some wooden puzzles that are relatively cheap what you could do is an interactive thing with your campaign. For about $20 or less, you can get a wooden puzzle that's like a box. Add some lore to it, and it's a light up too. So I'll show it to you in a second. Let me take care of my eggs real quick. Come back to that in a second. Boo, 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 boo. I don't feel very confused. And Kiddo can just take however many they want, and I'll eat whatever's left. Am I happy that they're mostly plain? No. It's all right. Get a lot of oil in there. Again, let me show this to you. Move out of the way, kitty. And I'm all about like doing things as cheap as possible, but if you can afford to do this, it's really cool. So this is a full-on functioning nightlight. This one is a dragon. Oh, that has books in it. But they also have a bunch of other ones. It's called like Woodcraft, I think it is. You can get it on Amazon. There isn't a specific link I can give you currently. I was going to post a video to my YouTube channel of me building it, and then I got tired of editing the video. I was like, I don't like editing this style of video. Part of it was because like I did not record it in the way I probably should have. Saute those a little bit. Book dragons, yep. Add that meat. Add deli meat. This as well. Kiddo can flavor their eggs however they want after I get done adding sauteing this. Bookworm, am I right? A bookworm, a little Jedi. But yeah, so you can add a bit of lore to it for the puzzle. They come across like you can make that the whole campaign. You can make it like as they're putting it together, they have to put it together to discover the lore behind it. Each piece can have a specific number because the way it's written out, it already has a specific number. Each piece corresponds to an additional part of the puzzle that you've written out. It's really cool. There's a lot of interactive things that you can do with that kind of stuff. And all you have to do is open the box, look at the numbers, and then write down your stuff. Or you, for extra benefit, you can write little messages on the back of each thing that will come together as they build it. The second one takes a lot of effort, though. And usually you have to buy a second puzzle, like put it together yourself in order to make sure it turns out correctly. As long as they put it together correctly. Quick sort. That'd be lovely. All right. Now I can have a little bit of garlic. Pull out some expensive olives. Add it. Have a little bit of fruit. Bring on the fruit. Get some garlic. Sesame seeds. Not for that. Apparently, I don't have food over there. That rice spoon out. Hi. I'll find a way to put it together backward. Oh, yeah, probably. That'd be a good way to do it. The library has a book to sell. Sell their old stuff. So I'm missing so much chat. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. That's looking good now. We'll turn the heat off on that, and I'll finish the rest of the way. Put this on top of my rice. Add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Let butter sit for a second. Pull out the rice vinegar for later. Give me a minute, everyone. All right. Eggs. Eggs are going to go on top of the rice. We've got nice sauteed, flavorful. Smelling much better. A bit chives to this. Chives soak up some of that seasoning. I kind of wish I had some dashi or something, but I don't. That ruined. Gotta go buy more of that too. What I do have is I have a green onion, scallion. I have some scissors. And the pan's cooling off. So I can go ahead, cut this up, then wash my scissors, of course. Back. That's not good. Hey, Raven. I just cut myself. Do you mind going and grabbing a Band-Aid, please? Mine and Mama's bedroom, where all the other medicine and everything's at. Thankfully, it's not bad. It's just kind of annoying trying to walk around with your cut finger, particularly when it's a thumb. You squealed in delight when I cut myself? What? Have you been to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang the movie? Or have you seen it? Yes, I have. A fellow Pyrenees? Yes, I see it too. As you see, critical hitting continues. I am so far behind on the chat. I have no idea. Should one of us on stream just read chat to you? That'd be lovely some days. Thank you. That's a big Band-Aid, but okay. It's a pretty big Band-Aid to me. Not that bad of a cut. More along the lines of when I was washing the scissors, I went and shaved some stuff off. It's alright, no big deal. Fun, Dad! No garlic or fresh bud. Levi is fresh Gary fodder. Yeah. This is where we get to sit down for a bit. Because at this point, everything's off. Raven, if you want some eggs, you can have some eggs. Rice will be done in about 13 minutes, though. But if you want to eat your eggs while they're a little bit warm, you can. If you want to wait until there's rice, then you can just combine the rice and eggs so it's nice and warm that way, too. You can do that. Okay. I'm going to add a cube of sugar to my tea because I don't feel like having honey in it today. Okay. Those are not all yours. That's 4 eggs.
Man, I didn't.
No, it's fine. I don't care that you added pepper. I would have added pepper too. Just grab yourself a plate. I washed one. Should be a clean one. Everyone, you, me, and Mama. So I just gotta wait for the rice to be done, and then I can officially sit down to eat. Every time you say eggs, just as bad as when you're editing. Just I hear the lines "eggs and bacon" from the movie. Just as bad as when you're editing. Yeah, when I'm editing. Anytime I'm doing. Oh, you smell my. Oh, I'm okay. There's still a little blood. Not a big deal. Just don't try to bite. No, stop. I've got a cat that anytime I get hurt, I go. They'll chew on it. No, that's yours. Hello, Debbie. How you doing? Books are life today. Yes, they are. I'm tired. But we're gonna once the rice is ready, we'll sit down and we'll begin eating a bit earlier than I should be. But yesterday it was mostly vegetables, so I'm not really. It's whatever. And then kiddo has a doctor's appointment at 10 today. Hopefully you don't throw up that food. Try to keep down what you can keep down. The Dragon Riders of Pern. Sounds familiar, but brain don't want a brain right now. I am way too tired for your shit. Do you want to go back to school? Then shut up. Love you, but zip your lip. Pickled broccoli the pickled broccoli had just the right amount of crunch with a sharp and tangy flavoring. Ooh, that's good to know. Is Kitty hungry for fresh meat or trying to sanitize like in the wild? Probably trying to sanitize like in the wild, which is funny because I've had them since they were a kitten. Frodo's the one that likes to nibble whenever I get hurt. There's no nibble. When you guys got done, we spent another like hour editing stuff. So we it's officially it's not done, but it's as done as like I could until captions get added. Because once captions get added, that's when I'm going to be equalizing the sound out, adding anything else, and micro editing the captions on top of that. Chris knows I don't like editing big captions like that, so we've gotten to the point to where it's like he'll take over the captions, I'll finish up the edits and tighten everything up. For the most part, all the video editing is tightened as much as it needs to be. The audio with Mandark is good. The audio with the Predators is good. All I have to do is like maybe add echoes and stuff like that, and that's if he doesn't do that himself. He very well could finish the rest of the editing if he wants to, and then just have me review it. Because somebody mentioned they were having hot cocoa, and I had looked at the tea I had already made, and I was like, well, fuck, now I want hot. Don't you dare drink out of that. You can pour some out into your own glass. It already had some of the peppermint whipped cream. Do it over the sink. Do it over the sink. Do it over the... You can have more than that. You can have like half the glass. Half of that glass. That's fine. There you go. So, if you want to add more whipped topping, you can, but I wouldn't suggest it. It tasted fine. It's past 10 where you're at. Oh my goodness. Love Dragon Riders as well as Brawn and Brain series. Said you remind me of Master Harper Robertson. Is that a good thing? Chat, is that a good thing? I can't look it up and find out. The tablet's virtually dead. So like I have to trust chat. I'm obsessed with Dragon Riders of Pern. God, it sounds familiar. Why doesn't it sound familiar? I think Dragon Riders of Burke when I hear that. You need to try is smoke a tater tot casserole for 8 to 10 hours. What if you smoke the baked potatoes and then turn that into tater tots and then proceeded to smoke the tater tot casserole so you could combine 2 different smoke flavors? Like you par-cook smoke because it still needs to be not cooked enough that like the potatoes will still bind together. But par-cook potatoes, so about halfway, and then make your tater tots and proceed to smoke it the rest of the way. You got auto-corrected. I guess the Bellflower Network would be a good comparison. No Hawking Cocoa Kiddo. I read Pendragon. Pendragons. I remember Pendragon. Very good thing. Oh, okay. An absolute good thing. If you haven't read, a part of it is like nowadays, unless I buy the book, I don't get to go to the library very often. So like usually I'm having to buy the books. So I tell people if they want to send me books, they can. Fuck, I have books that have been sent that are packed away now because of the move. I had them out specifically to read, and then like shit happened, fell behind. I was trying to read them, and then we had to move. I don't know where those books are. Fuck. That sucks. Oh well. Like 30 years old. Levi, again, when you're ready, I did explain the building train thing. Oh, okay. Logan, I will try to find that. There, ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Patting the belly of the kitty. Garlic and fresh blood. Have you seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? Yes, I have. As you keep critical, my critical thinking skills are not great right now because of lack of sleep. You want to stream, read chat? Yes. Love you, but you're cooking. This chat tends to be us hanging out until you can join us chat in a minute. Oh, yeah. Pickled broccoli. Yes, I love you. Stop trying to nibble my damn fucking thumb. Advanced Hero Quest. I'm not sure. Levi did explain the train thing back. Read the comments. Damn it. Okay, still gotta go up. Levi has book dragons. Yes, I do. I absolutely love them. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta show something off here, too, here in a second. I figured this out when COVID-19 lockdowns. Basically, I'm a Thomas and Friends fan. Figured out how to build Lady from Thomas and the Magic Railroad from the Mountain Workshop. See, since she's a rebuilt standard gauge. Like in real life? Like you figured out how to build the train in real life? Or you figured out how to build a D&D version of it? Is lack of sleep going around at the moment? Lack of sleep is just lack of sleep. Like the weather rubber banding causes lack of sleep to begin with. And like last night wasn't too bad with my pain, but I woke up because my spouse was gaming and they like the clicky clacks. And then I wasn't able to go back to sleep. And it's not their fault I couldn't go back to sleep. That's just something. Look. It's not hoarding if it's books. It's not hoarding if it's books. Fairly confident this might be AI art, though. That's the only bad thing. Or stolen art. No, that is kind of wonky in a few parts. Yep, nope. Right there. You can still tell with the horns. That sucks. Still cool looking, though. It's also not hoarding if it's craft supplies. Yeah, it's really hard, Slayer. I've bought things like the really cool cat shirt I got. I didn't know it was AI. I got it, and once I was looking at it in person, I was like, "This looks a little weird," and lo and behold, it was AI. So, yeah, no, it's all right. I'll still hang it up. I just will probably be like, "Don't, no one buy that particular design from Amazon because it's very clearly AI." Not very clearly. Very clearly in person. Okay. I need to get a bowl ready for my food. Fresh fruit on top. We got some crunchies. Got some olives for a little bit of flavor difference. We've got these. Actually, I'm going to cut sausage up today so I can have it with rice. Let's have 3 pieces. I'll do 2 pieces for now because it's going to be full as it is. I'm going to go set the tea over there. We're going to have 2 different drinks. We're going to have a sweet drink and we're going to have a more bitter drink. There is a reason for that. Because one, I expected to have the hot cocoa be done by now. No. Keep warm. Ah, fluffy rice. I love that. So let's set you down here for a moment. Raven. Okay. Not a problem. I don't know if Mom does any of this, so I'll just send it the rest of this just in case. Some rice vinegar. Sausage on top. We're going to set the cucumber in here, but it's just going to get set in here. We're going to grab a couple olives because I feel like having a couple olives with it. Set that in there too. These peppers that are not sauteed, they, however, will be broken apart a little bit. I don't really feel like eating the pasta today. So, all right, one last thing. This is mainly because of my taste. I'm going to add a little bit of feta cheese. I'm going to open it up. A little bit of feta cheese. Tiny bit of hummus on the cucumbers. Don't need much because it's more about the cucumber than it is the hummus. And finally, balsamic glaze. Just because I like balsamic glaze. I had a lot of different rice and egg stuff. Do not need much of the stuff. It goes a long way. Soy sauce would make great. I don't know what happened to my small bottle for cooking, so that's my breakfast this morning. Also gonna grab one piece of pineapple and one piece of strawberry. That is a hard piece of bread. Holy crap. That is crunchy. It is. It's pretty healthy breakfast this morning. Real deal over rice. Sounds good. Just woke up, watched Levi eat. I'm going to turn my PC and play a brand new copy. I refuse to buy that game. Out of principle, because I own like a bunch of copies anyways. I refuse to buy them. Try to get some egg in with the mixture of veggies and whatnot. What have you all eaten, by the way? Or are you eating that kind of stuff? Have you eaten? Say the bell gag. I'm sorry, I'm hungry. You know, I'm like, I still wanted to like make sure chicken on everyone. How is everyone doing? I just refuse to buy it again. Be ready to eat cinnamon gum to whet my appetite. There you go. Playing Oblivion through Game Pass. I don't pay for Game Pass anymore. Leftover taco rice. There you go. I'm currently hunting, so no. Hunting or hurting? Fed pancakes, had water. Had some water. I know a lot of you guys have some health issues as to why you can't eat all the time or right when I'm eating as well. So as long as I know you guys have eaten, we're good. And hydration is key. Hunting, you're hunting. I'm much too. You got me in the ear, don't you? You got me in your headphones. They're Elmer fudding it. God, I can't remember how he says that now. Shh, I'm hunting a rabbit. I gotta hear it now. I gotta hear it. I'm not gonna go do that right now. That's understandable. The Willing Dragon, yeah, that's understandable. Cereal or Pop Tarts. Food is food. If you can eat, you can eat. If you can't, you can't. Or, in Dragon's case, you are literally hunting for your food. Oh wow, that's loud. One of the peppers I have is like a serrano pepper, so it's got a nice kick of spice to it. And then I have everything else I'm eating, so it like evens it out. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbit. There we go. Thank you. Not quite there, but oh, that bread is a bit hard. Be very, I can't do it now. Be very, very. God damn! It has been way too long since I've seen the show. Now I got to go watch some old school Looney Tunes. I actually have a VH copy of Looney Tunes. I don't need it. Like I can find every Looney Tune that's ever been made for free, but it is nice to have it, especially when we do days where we put all the electronics away effectively, and we just it's like 90s, no internet. You can still play games and TV and everything, but it's not the same thing. You're not doom scrolling. Animaniacs. See that a lot more. Toph versus Wile E. Coyote. It's a no for now. I mentioned you guys know why, but it's just a no. It's a no for now. Once there isn't as many people who associate as I'm doing the villain, not Acme, and we're saying villain. Once we have that out and we have that established, and we have like the first video is this video that we're about to put out. That's the first heavy lore video. And so like when it drops, you guys go watch it. Go blast that thing, comment on it, have discussions in it. Watch it a few times, even if the view doesn't count for us officially for pay, as long as it's getting pushed that people like it enough that they're rewatching it, because there's 2 more videos that get put out afterwards, and this is the first one, and the other ones reference that video. So like we had to put this out first, and then we got 2 more lore videos, and one of those is the hostile takeover. Like literally the gag is going to be like, I've got a stack of HR things. And Levi's just like, I'm done. Like it's either Levi or John. Both of us are going to have a stack of HR violations against us, but neither one of us get fired. there's going to be a comment of like, how are you guys not even fired yet? And John goes, well, I'm not fired because he can't get fired. It's gonna be along the lines of like, because I don't want to do villain support because I don't want to take care of the villains all the damn time. Also because we'll also make it because it's like similar reason as to Levi. It's not gonna be just because Levi's there. Like they're too scared to fire John. And they can't fire Levi, period. I get that you guys want a dedicated hero support. There's going to be a gag and a joke that hero support is there, but the only calls they really handle are like super, super easy tanking orders and things like that. And there is a place for that. There is a place to expand that in the universe. The problem is finding somebody that we mesh well with that can also put the time and effort that we put into the channels. And that's good. They don't have to be great either. They just like there's a starting level. And we have not seen anybody with that starting level. And the people who we have, have their own pre-established things that they're doing. It'd be more like a guest role. Which might be something that might happen. I love that. Oh yeah. There's a lot of fun things that you can do with time. I love it when people go like, why are they calling hero support? And it's like, you guys will come to the save the day 90% of the time. Somebody will like, that's Levi. He's not hero support. He helps everyone. And Janet, we're not Acme. We're villain. Like, it's going to be, like, there's no reason not to say that we weren't Acme at some point. That's fine. But changing to villain with a new logo and new lines and new everything establishes that we are not the same company that Warner Brothers does their gag on. So are you hunting a bird? Why? It's one of those things of like, oh my God. Man, I have not. I love that game. I remember playing that game at, it was my 18th birthday when I first played that game. 17th, 18th, right around there. And I was in a group home at the time. Well, this is a good memory. And biggest Christmas I've ever had. Because my birthday is on the 31st of December. And wall to wall of gifts. I had never in my entire life received so many gifts. Now, a good portion of them were things I needed. But that didn't mean I wasn't like super appreciative of it. Like I was just like, I was surprised. And basically what it boiled down to is they heard that I had never had like a real proper Christmas ever. Like apparently like it got around, the kids had mentioned that Levi hadn't had it. So the staff and kids got together and like they wrote a bunch of stuff that I wanted down without me knowing. And they managed to get every single item and they lined it wall to wall. And then one of the staff took me out for my birthday I went out to eat to a real Asian restaurant where they made everything 100% from scratch. And then I got to go to his house because he got it approved, and we played video games. And he did this, and he paid for half the gifts, by the way, over half of I think of them. I think he did this because he had gotten back from the war, and he'd heard my stories of what I had been through and what had happened. He was like, "I did not go to war for a child to have had this type of life. I'm going to give you something nice." And so it's still one of those things. I think part of the reasons why, honestly, the game itself, if I think back to it, the gameplay was just so unique. On top of that, I don't remember the storyline, but like the gameplay was so unique at the time, and there's just such a good memory attached to it. That's a good one. That's a good one. That one will forever be one of my favorites just because of the memory that is attached to it. I don't remember if it's my 17th or 18th birthday, though. I think it was my 17th because I don't think I was phasing out yet. Memory is weird. You deal with much trauma that like every day kind of comes and moves together. But yeah, Lord, it's really, really cool. Bad marketing. It was just bad marketing. It was a very easy to play game. But they marketed it towards, I think, like teenagers and adults when it should have been marketed towards children. If they would have made a few changes to make it more child friendly, the game would have blown up. You remember the story? I don't. I just remember the gameplay because I never owned it. I played it once. I think I played it again on like computer for a little bit, but I didn't really play the same. Blinks. It was on Xbox, original Xbox. It had a sequel? I was not aware of that. I was not aware that that game had a sequel to it. I can highlight the comment. Blinks the time sweeper. So you go around with a vacuum and you'd suck up like different types of gems or whatever. And you would use those to like rewind, fast forward, pause time. And it would last. It basically eat a bar. And so you would rewind a certain amount of time. You could fast forward a certain amount of time. You could pause for a certain amount of time. You'd still be able to move. It was so cool. It was really, really cool. And when you pause the game, Blinks would still move. It was one of the games that that started in. Good night, Mr. White. Good night, Nathan. Have a good one. Stay safe. I didn't think Blinks was a hard game. It was a really interesting and relatively easy concept. Didn't feel hard, at least. Like, some of the boss battles were annoying, but it wasn't bad. It was like the only real game I played the whole time because it was just so different. Blink's Masters of Time and Space. Huh. Puzzle platformer. Blink 2 was an action game. Was it a puzzle game? Could have swore you actually had to... Like, wasn't there enemies in the first one? Because otherwise I played Time and Space. But no, I played it on the original Xbox. Pretty sure it was Blink's, the first one. Oh, I liked it. It was cool. Binks. No, I had to play the first one then because I played as like it was a cat thing or something like that, wasn't it? Nah, it's been a while. Deja vu. The art to punching someone last week. Fool, I'm gonna punch you into last week. Then I'm gonna punch you back to this week. There you go. Then I'm gonna slap you. I don't know. Oh, stupid joke. Or a lot of fun that I can do with the game stuff. We don't do a whole lot of game stuff on the channel. Only because I'm the only one that does it. So it's really difficult to do all that heavy lifting on that. Because I can get a really good idea, but it's much easier when Chris knows it as well, where both of us can sit there and properly go back and forth. Like we've done Doctor Who stuff. But a good example of this is the Winchester series. The only reason it succeeded so well is because he knew Dresden, I knew Winchesters, and we like went back and forth with discussing like what would be and what wouldn't be. But if it's just me, he has to go just on my word. And that makes it hard to do game versus game stuff. I played Knack. That was a good one. That was a good one. I didn't complete it though. I can't highlight your comment, Bay. I never beat the game. I never got to like fully play the game ever again after that day. It's the reality of my life. There was a lot of things I did not get to do growing up. I got away from the toxicity that was my mother and all that other crap. And at the end of the day, that was a good thing. Going to Job Corps was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. In real life. Damn, that's cool. You built the whole ass train. Or you figured out how to. Either way, pretty cool. This is going to be the only bowl of food I have. There's a ton of fiber in this meal and everything. $8.40 though. 9 o'clock, we're going to cut it. That way I can spend some time. Oh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. All right, Slayer, you have a good one. Why don't we go ahead and call it here? I'm going to finish my food. Because I'm just taking my sweet time eating today. And go from there. Levi, have you tried mixing your cocoa with your tea? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the flavor mix. It's just, I've tried before. Not a big fan of it. Pardon me. Well, part of it is because I'm not a huge fan of chocolate to begin with. But anyways, everyone, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Kiddos are at school. I can't tickle them. Well, one's sick, one's at school. Oh, pardon me. Jeez, I can't even say that closing. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity, abiding spirit, and harmony among others. Remember, take it one breath, one step, one day at a time, until the winds blow your sails my way again.
Have an Acme day. Have an Acme day as part of the villain. Have an Acme day will retroactively build your account. Have an Acme day. And having an Acme day simply means to have the best day you possibly can. Bye, everyone.